All right, welcome to the last week in the cybersecurity class. Yes, I know it has been a long journey for those of us that actually followed along. And I'll be starting from where we started and rephrasing from there to where we are going to stop for this week. Well, all right, that will be for later. Okay, so by this time, I mean everyone that went through this should already understand what cybersecurity is, the different, different minimal career path I mentioned, and I believe some of us actually went on and do make our own research on these aspects because you can't just tell me you listen to something and then you just buy it all the way. You have to make your own research. That's part of the job. That's part of being in security in the industry. Even in tech in general, you have to be able to make your own research when it comes to things like this. So this is going to be a simplified video. And what I mean by simplified video, I mean like after representing through, I'll also be giving some little tips on how you can actually grow more in this niche. This is not something easy and small. It's highly competitive and almost every country now, not even almost, all the country now in the world are shouting out for security analysts, security engineers, security architects, so many niches. We have over 100 niches in cybersecurity. Yes, I said it, you heard me right, over 100 niches in cybersecurity. Thank you for your didn't. And of course, I'll be mentioning a few, at least I'll try to mention like maybe 20 to 30 niches here before we leave on out. So before that, let me just rephrase through. We know that what cybersecurity is, protecting systems, protecting things for protecting. From the word security, I don't understand that what cybersecurity is all about is to protect. And that's what we're doing here. That's what we do. We protect. We protect the organization, we protect data, we protect devices, we protect networks from unauthorized access, make sure it is safe from attackers from exploiting and taking out data that is not their own. There's something I didn't mention during the course of these previous weeks, and that's the different kind of hackers that we have here. Because anyone that actually get into a network unauthorized and steal data and perform damage is an hacker. Now we have different type of hackers. We have the ethical hackers. We have the other type of hackers that we call them threat actors, bad actors. Some are activists. We call some script kiddies. A lot of types of hackers out there right now. And there's one we particularly call black hat hacker. The black attackers, yes. We have black attackers, we have white hat hackers, we have gray hat hackers, we have red hat hackers. So you can make a research on all different type of hackers and know what they do and what they aim to achieve. So for example, the activists only their own main goal is to get information to mimic the organization or someone online. So their own goal is not able to make money. Their own goal is just to destroy people's life, get a profile picture or get one video that's been leaked out and then show it to the public. These are activists. That is what they do. That's what they love doing. That is they enjoy it. And I don't see what they're actually enjoying that, but they see it fun to destroy other people's reputation just because they're trying to build to know if their skills are enough. And we talked about the core goals and principles of cybersecurity. We talked about the CIA triad, which is the main cybersecurity principle: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Availability, yeah, that's very right. And okay, yes, and why it matters. We talked about the goal and focus. All right, let me move on to the second bit. In which we talk about the common cyber threats. And I really emphasize on phishing and social engineering. Yeah, and also on malware. Phishing, social engineering, and malware. These are the three things specialized I talked about on the most. And I believe you all understood what I said by enabling two FA, MFA. Okay, that's not even a cyber threat. But in this one, you by not clicking on known links, unauthorized links, and just clicking any procedure because someone sent it to you, click this link to earn 500 million. Like, they don't even work for that money. As yet, you think you have to be money in that link. Why? How are you thinking like that? So it's something you should be aware of. You don't just do it like that. You make sure that you verify this link. And I've showed you how to do that. You go to verify.com, you put the link there, and you see the kind of link it is. If it is malicious, you will know. If it is pure and clean, you will know. I also talked about the phishing in the kind of way where they represent people they are not. When they come in as your bank and ask for details, and I clearly said that an organization, bank, or anybody will never ask for your PIN via email. They will never ask for your email address. Okay, they even got your email address, but they'll never ask for any of your credentials, personal details through emails or WhatsApp calls or WhatsApp messages. There are a lot of things you should be aware about. Phishing has many other types. Yes, we have spear phishing, we have smishing, we have so many types of phishing. Yes, there are so many types of phishing actually. You can go read. No, I told you that I won't be going deep into everything. You can go and read about all that type of phishing that we have. A lot of phishing that we have out there. So many. And yeah, I talked about malware too, and I emphasize on this hardware. Click on this link to earn 500,000. That's another phishing link coming in form of a kind of phishing link that leads to an ad that comes in the form of hardware. Yes, it's a phishing coming in form of hardware. Some phishing come in form of mails, but then is as it is, and we need to know, verify the details, verify before taking any actions towards all these things. It's something you should be aware about because once it happens to you, you are gone. You have to be very aware of that. And there's something they call zero trust in cybersecurity. Yes, I didn't talk about that. Zero trust. Now, these are part of the things I said I was saying. So, zero trust is, zero trust is you not trusting anybody in security field. Yes. In cybersecurity, you don't trust everybody you see because the person is not in cybersecurity. For example, you can't trust me. Yeah, that's zero trust. You don't trust your associates in security with your details unless they are working together on something. So you can't say because okay, this is Gabriel now, is a security engineer or is the ethical hacker for this or is the pen tester for that. Is the security should be able to handle confidential information and then start giving me all your details. Don't worry. When somebody comes and needs your details from me, offering a huge amount of money, you say I'll drop it so fast. That's what we call zero trust. That we call zero trust in cyber security. So yeah, that's you should be aware of that. Okay, so let me move to the third week and quickly polish through and start this one in. Now, we are talking about the basic protection technique, and I believe everyone should have already made amendments to what I talked about on here. Because when I was talking about this protection technique, I talked on how you can actually get attacked through this means if it's not well enforced or implemented. For example, you don't have 2FA or NFA on your system, on your phone, when it actually has the feature. You are toning yourself for attack because by the time this probably the organization gets breached, you want to go that get attacked and the data will be leaked out because why? You don't have MFA configured. You don't have it enabled on your phone, which is actually very bad. And I talked about keeping device updated. Yes, you have to keep your device updated. Update everything with you. Regular update. And I said 2 3 months, at least every 2 2 months. Check it. Does it need updating? Doesn't need updating. If it doesn't need updating, then you don't know. Okay, and I talked about group of unknown links. Install antivirus and security tools. Meanwhile, don't install any antivirus you see online. Some might actually be a malware. So most antivirus are paid. Those are the ones you can actually trust. They are paid and quite expensive actually. All right, so the key idea behind this is that small habit dramatically reduces risk. The little things you do actually reduce a lot of risk on your end. So ensure you do them and you keep them safe, or else you'll be a victim. And I believe none of us want to be a victim for this. Yes. Now for the final week, in which is this week, and I'll be talking on the careers and learning path in cyber security. Yes. Okay, now I will be showing us some resources regarding the cybersecurity aspect. But the only thing that actually differentiates resources with actually attending an academy is that you get a real life experience. So when you come to Telitech now, you get a real life experience of what it really looks like. You take the course physically or virtually, you get to hear explanation from the tutor and you get detailed explanation on what you need to know. Most of these things, resources are actually good, and even I myself have tried out almost all what I wrote here myself, even more than these ones. I've tried everything out. They're actually good and fun, but if care is not taken, you feel lost, and you feel like you are not progressing. Yes, you feel like you're not progressing. So the key thing to this thing is that when you are going into any of these resources, you should just make sure you have a tutor by you. But then this thing is not all you can do alone. That is why we have academy, and that's why we have Telitech that can actually assist in this aspect. So enrolling into Telitech will grant you a real life experience. a real world scenario of what the job really looks like, because I can tell you for sure, YouTube can't teach you security anything. They can only explain some part, but if you are seeing any YouTube video saying 5 hours long something, 5 hours cybersecurity in this class, and you believe after that 5 hours you are done, don't worry, you will watch another extra 20, 70 hours to get your head straight. So that's just that for that aspect. Now, beginners part in cybersecurity that I mentioned here, this might actually not be a beginner's part. I mean, people that have already had some little experience in this. So in this class now, we say, all right, we have the SOC analyst, SOC analyst. Now, who is a SOC analyst? SOC stands for Security Operations Center. Now, SOC analyst is divided into three parts. We have the triager, that's the tier one. We have the tier two, which is the incident responder. Yes, and we have the tier three, which is the threats hunter. Yes. So we are SOC analysts are into three tiers: the triager, the incident responder, and the threats hunter, which is the tier three. Now, tier one is easiest and simplest to get into. Not that the work is actually easy. The work is not easy, but still easier to get into compared to the rest. Now, what they do is they analyze threats, they look at organizations' logs and see what they need to work on, report it to the security team, and they see what they can do about it. Whenever there's a security breach, they are the first to know, they are the first to see what is happening, and they report the events to the security team to start their work efficiently immediately. Now, who are the threat? The incident responder is someone who responds to incidents. So, for example, their machine was hacked or their network was gotten into. Is the incident responder that will quickly come up with a mitigation, that is, the mitigation to reduce the risk, the impact of the risk, or remediation if possible, to find a complete solution to that problem immediately. Yeah, that's the incident responder. Now, for the threat hunter is someone who actually goes out actively looking for threats. So they don't wait for attack to happen. They go out looking for anything that might make the attack happen, and then come and report it immediately before it even happens. And then they find a solution for it before it even comes to their way. So that's the threat hunter. It's like someone who goes out for fishing before the fish even gets to their own house. Well, that doesn't make sense, but take it anyways. That's what a threat hunter is, actively looking for threats. Now, an ethical hacker. Now, this ethical hacking is really very broad. I'm into it, and I know it's very broad. Ethical hacking, we have web, we have API, we have mobile, we have network, we have cloud. Yeah. An ethical hacker is someone who actually, you see, they say ethical. So they do it in ethical way. They do it in a good way. An ethical hacker is someone who actually um, hack into the system of the organization to check the security and check how strong it is. Now, whenever an ethical hacker breaks into the organization, through authorized, authorized assets, like the organization have to authorize it before they perform that test. And usually they call them, and then they call them pen testers, penetration testers. They test the security of that network, web application, or API, or mobile, or cloud, and check how strong it is. They break into it and they report it to the security team to stall that, okay, this is how we got into the system. An attacker can actually do it this way too. So let us find a solution to it before the bad attackers do. In other words, they can call them hack yourself before hackers do. Yes. Break yourself before they break you. You get that kind of stuff. At least hack yourself to see how strong you can actually hold up before the real attacker actually comes in. Now we have the cloud security beginner. Yeah, cloud security. You can go to cloud security, but that's cloud security is actually very broad too. Very, very broad. You have to pick a platform, probably AWS, Azure, or GCP. But everybody usually goes with AWS as first because it's the largest cloud service provider in the world, followed by Azure and GCP. Yeah, yes, is the number one. So you have to start with Azure, and cloud. You can't even see any free cloud platform out there to learn cloud for free. It's not very, very rare. So now these are the essential skills that connect all of them together. You're a doctor, you're a nurse, MLS, SLC, you are public health, you are this, you are that. As far as you're in medical field, there is something all of you will know together. There is something everybody has to have understanding about. And that's like human anatomy. Yeah, sorry, I'm going into that. But for easy explanation, not like going into human anatomy, everybody knows about anatomy, they know about the body, they know how the body functions. That's the basic everybody needs to know before even going into that part. So this essential skills is something that everybody in cybersecurity, and I'm telling you, every single human being in cybersecurity has this thing. networking basics. You have to know about networking basics. And you can go to netacad.com, netacad, netacad.com. Yeah, netacad.com. To actually go through the networking basics, if you need any clarification, you can go into there. It's for free. They give you certificates, but then that doesn't actually verify that you really get any role out there. It's just that okay, you actually know it, but that doesn't mean you can hire you. You get that kind of stuff. You finish whatever doesn't mean they can actually make you the bank manager. Yeah, something like that. It's just the basics of all basics of all basics. Very, very basic. Using security tools. Now, the security tools that you need to know, like Nmap, normal security tools, the network mapping tool. We're talking about we can talk about crawl, we can talk about okay, Bob suits, yes, it's for testing for web security. Problem solving mindset, yes. In every niche, you need to know about you need to know how to solve problems. Yes, you must know how to solve problems. You must think fast, fast thinkers, fast thinkers. If you can't think fast in this field, you are lagging behind already. You're already back 10 miles. Your brain has to be working 24/7 to look for solutions to problems that might emerge anytime, any day, any moment. Now, these are practice platforms we can use. We have Track, which is our major platform that we are using in Teliytech. Try Acme gives you a detailed learning path plus certification. Ask the box, I just wrote it there, but I would recommend it. It's not for beginners. Ask the box, this is not for beginners. Cyber Defenders is for blue teamers, but I won't really recommend that too. Everything, they are all detailed, but I won't recommend Ask the box at all. Yeah, that's why Telestech is making use of TryAcme, and we're in partnership with TryAcme to enforce the learning process to be more. Now, TryAcme and Telestech has actually partnered. You can make a research on TryAcme and see. There is a very huge company that takes cybersecurity, and it's a very good privilege that Telitech has partnered with them to enforce the learning in cybersecurity. Now, the key idea is that anyone can start cybersecurity. It's not compulsory you are in tech to start cybersecurity. It's not compulsory your background has to be from computer science or software or cyber or IT. No, you can be. I have people in medical lines that are actually in cybersecurity right now. Yeah, it's open to all. You just need to go through the basics to have a solid understanding of what you're about to do. And another one is that you grow through hands-on experience. Yes, some people kept themselves locked in the matrix. They are in the loop, learning and relearning. They never practice it. When you learn, you practice. When you learn, you try to solve problems. When you learn, you build projects. That's how you grow. You don't just keep yourself in the matrix and in the loop. And that's what Teltech is actually going to do and make sure that you're not in the loop. Every week, there's an assessment you have to cover in the cybersecurity department. Yes. There's an assessment you have to cover every week, and you yourself will actually experience the growth every single week. For you are enrolled for maybe past stage 1 month, or you're enrolled for the 3 month program or 6 month program. You are going to be having an assessment every week, depending on the platform you're enrolled for. If it's 6 months, it can be every week, probably every 2 weeks, but it's going to be an ambiguous one, an ambiguous program that will take like almost able to finish. So that being said, that is all I have for you for the cybersecurity class. And this 4 weeks has actually been a very great one. And I believe everyone watching this video has learned a lot and know about cybersecurity. That's just to make you know that it's not everything is actually acting. Everyone thinks cybersecurity is about acting. No, there is more to cybersecurity than acting. Yeah, there is more. A lot of fun places in cybersecurity. We have the AppSec, we have the malware, we have the GRC, so many platforms, so many into cybersecurity you can explore. Do not stick with one niche and think that is all there is to it. So thank you for watching. Kindly like and subscribe for more content like this if you want to. And don't forget to enroll into Telitech Academy, Telitech Institute if you want to start your career path in cybersecurity. Thank you for watching.